Let's talk about how you can avoid brake violations at the port of entry, or at least how you can help yourself avoid those brake violations. If you get a level 1 inspection, one of the most common things you'll get written up for is brakes out of adjustment. And I have done some research on this, and there's a flaw in the way we are doing this as truck drivers. We're pushing too hard on the brake pedal, and we're getting brake violations that we don't need to get, even when our brakes are in adjustment. Now, if your brake's way out of adjustment, you're gonna get a brake violation no matter what you do. But let me just show you this really quick. We're gonna be focused on our brake application gauge. If I push on the brake pedal down here, ta-da, that goes up. It shows me how much pressure I'm putting on the brakes. When you get a level 1 inspection, the inspector's gonna tell you, push on your brakes hard, and then they're gonna go make their measurements. What you need to know is, what is hard brake pressure? It's not 100 PSI. 100 PSI is crazy extreme brake pressure. If you've ever paid attention driving down the road, when you push on the brakes hard, you're really only like 10 to 20, most likely. If you're higher than that, honestly, you need to improve your driving ability. That's the truth. You don't actually push on the brakes that hard when you're driving. So let me show you a little video I took here. I rolled under and made measurements just the same as a brake inspector would. I made a mark, so this is when there's no brakes applied. And then I had someone push down to 20 PSI and had them hold it there. And I took another measurement. I got 1 3/4 inch. After I made that, I said, push on it really hard as you can. What's that do? All the way up to 100. Then I made another mark, made another measurement. Now I'm at 2 1/8, almost 2 1/4, which is not in spec. That's out of adjustment. These brakes were in adjustment. I adjusted them right before I did this, just to be sure. You don't want to push on the brakes that hard. It's just that easy. If they tell you got to push harder, listen, there's actually nothing in the book that says to what pressure you have to push them. You just need to apply brake pressure. And like I've mentioned, driving down the road, we're not being dishonest by only pushing 20 PSI. 20 PSI is hard brake pressure. That's where your operating range is. If you're pushing to 100, the brakes weren't meant to operate there regularly. So when you get an inspection, remember, don't push hard. This is how you help yourself avoid violations that are unnecessary. Well, I hope you found this video really helpful. If you want to, click right down in here. This is the subscribe button. That'll give you more of our helpful videos. And then after that, come over here and click here for more of our videos. Remember, truck drivers are American heroes. Let's make truck drivers great again and keep on trucking.